Hello everyone, it's Phil from the AntiBSGroup. Today's video will be on a topic, actually, competition this morning when I was reading the paper, the Eternal Star. Yes, I still read the Eternal Star. As much as I hate it, but as much as they slayed the guys. It was actually on preppers in general. And so I'm going to give you, this video is going to be my philosophies, my ideas. For more information, I recommend Suits 00. I'll post a link to his channel below. I'll give you some ideas. I'll give you for another part of the video for gear, other parts of gear. I'm gonna post a channel link to Nothing Fancy. Both to me are great channels. You might not like the channels or whatever. I don't care. To me, they're a great information source. They're a great source. They give you good information on the items. Especially Nothing Fancy. He does knife and camping survival type gear reviews. They'll tell you a lot what you need to know. I'm going to interject with my stuff, and this video is more of my philosophies in this. I'm going to start off. The article was actually pretty good. I was impressed with it. Talked pretty good comments. Of course, they're about cuckoo. A lot of comments were there. Here's a very common book. I bet most people have heard of it. It's the SCS Survival Guide by John Lofty Wiseman. He served in the British Special Air Service for 26 years and he'll pass on his expert knowledge of survival skills. And it's a handy book. I've learned quite a bit, and I knew a bit. This covers more stuff. It covers everything you need to know. Okay? We'll start off with the most important stuff, food, water. How much food, how much water, for how long of a duration do you want to fill up supplies for? The disaster readiness or agencies, organizations say minimum of 72 hours. I'm going to expand on that and say minimum of 2 weeks, 14 days. Okay? Minimum flat. Have that. Have extra. You never know. So you could be out there bushwhacking it 3 days. You're out of food, out of water in 3 days. Uh-oh. What are you going to do? You're going to forage. You're going to snare. What? Okay? Type of foods you can do. I'm going to say beef jerky is good. Canadian Forces individual meal packages, IMPs, they're fantastic. Yeah, they're a little, if you haven't had them before, you might not like them or you might not like the idea of them. They're not gourmet food. Believe me, they're not gourmet food. They give you enough carbohydrates. They give you what you need to survive. And what you do with those is you break them down. They come with gum, coffee, whitener, sugar. This is when I was in cadets years ago, almost over 10 years ago. Bread. The meals were okay. The food was okay. The few you avoided. So I don't pack the desserts. I kept the desserts at home. I actually just tossed them in the garbage or just gave them to somebody else. I don't like them. A lot of desserts. Peaches were okay. Actually, I think the only one I like is the peaches, but yeah, there's a lot of good meals. They actually sustain you for the. I mean, I can have one in the afternoon. I can go till the next afternoon with just having the one meal. Okay, so and they're small cup. You can break them down. I would say always break them down. You can even have them cold. Okay, that's kind of the thing. They're good. I never had them cold, so I couldn't tell you. But I mean, they're pretty good for you. They're that salting and preserving. Another way to do it. But I would say one thing you do: freezer bags. In your survival kits, your go bag. Right now, I'm just talking about your go bags. Okay. Freezer bags. or the Ziploc bags are your friends in these cases. You can compress, you can get them nice and tight, get all the air out of them, put them in your bag. You can load your bag up with 2 weeks of food, no sweat of these 2 weeks worth of meals. So let's say that's what 2 weeks, 14, so 43 meals. Okay, 3 times 14. No, 42 meals. Sorry, 42 meals. Uh, you can actually prep that. You have enough coffee. You know what you do. You put your meals in one. Do it. Here's what I would do. Put breakfast, lunch, dinner in one bag. Have that 14 of those. Coffee, teas, whatever. In another bag. Sugars. The sugar in another bag. Gum, matches in another separate bag. Actually, I would say put them in a bag in your vest. Um, Matches. The waterproof matches are pretty good. Okay, another part of your survival pack you need is I would say a fire starting kit, like flintlock or stone, whatever you want to call it, whatever it is. I know what it is. I just don't know the name of it anymore. I know when I'll see it. I know when I see it. Um, what it is when I see it. A signals kit, signaling mirror, flares, flare gun, mirror, radio, cell phone, a few set radios with weather. Let's say you have four. Have I would say minimum of 4 sets of radios, so 8 radios in your kit. Spare, and of course spare frickin' batteries. You can never have enough batteries for those radios. They suck them up like that if you do a lot of talking. So you turn it to keep minimized. Compass, topographical map. Uh, if you want a GPS unit, a good first aid kit. I always forget about the first aid kit. Have a good, well stocked with your aspirins, your Tylenols, tensor bandages, stuff like that, blood stoppers, etc. A good, well stocked, well equipped first aid kit. USN Doc, okay? His channel has a great one, and I think he's actually selling them for a reasonable price. Okay, of course, I think he is an Doc, so of course, he knows what he's talking about. Listen to him. Comes to the first aid stuff. Non-Fancy also has a first aid kit he has. Actually, USN Doc helped him with it, I believe. It's a fire starter kit, water purification, water. Have enough. I say, you know what? Have enough water. I mean, water. You can get away with a little bit less. I would say carry a minimum of 8 liters. So that's you say about a liter a day. So it's about 8 days. So you can go through about a liter a day. You're good. You can probably go a bit more than a liter a day depending on the weather. If you run out of water, there's some great tips in here to how to get pure water, clean water. Yeah. Oh yeah. Doesn't matter where you are. I can probably find clean water. I could be miles from a body of water, a river, or stream, lake, whatever. I could probably find myself some water. Okay. Other gear you need. I'd say hatchet, saws to the saw tool, a utility knife, a multi-tool, something to cut wood, build shelter, defend yourself. So, gets my next point. Okay, you also want then I say paracord. How to build a shelter. You need to know how to have something to build a shelter with, or carry shelter with if you don't mind the weight. So know how to build a shelter. So know how to build a lean-to, know how to build a teepee, know how to build all this stuff. Okay, um, know how to do this stuff. How to build survival shelters. Learn how to build survival. Take a survival course. Learn how to trap. Learn how to do snaring. So another piece of equipment I say is vital as an important item that I think every survival kit, every kit one of these bags should have is a spool of lock wire. One of a 30 thou lock wire or a 25 thou lock wire. You can make excellent snares with that stuff. Okay, rope, of course, at least 100 feet of rope, 3/8 climbing rope, carabiners, climbing gear, if you choose. Rope mandatory, climbing gear, and carabiner. That's another possibility if you decide to. Paracord, it's a must-have. Okay, you can use it multiple tasks for it. You have multiple like lock wire rope. The rope actually is kind of fixed for one thing, and the paracord kind of you can use interchangeably for the shelter. So let's say you lose part of your gear and you lost your paracord. For example, you can use your lock wire because you can have it on your person. You're not going to put it in your pack. You put it in your vest, in your go vest, or your go gear. Um, so this brings us to defensive tools. So what you can have. Remember, here's you're going to follow your country's own laws in doing this. Okay. Um, so I mean, I'd say firearms are probably going to be must depending on your area where you are. Okay, northern communities here in Canada, yeah, more wilderness, more Timbuktu type places, middle of butt fuck nowhere places. Uh, yeah, you're gonna need it. Like, like all these preparations, all these plans, they're not gonna be like city, like say Toronto, Montreal, Vancouver. Those places have you have different requirements than let's say a place like Sudbury, North Bay, Alliston, Beaton, Tottenham, or Tuktoyaktuk, none of Tuktoyaktuk, Comox, place like this. Your plans are going to be different depending on where you are. Your preparation will be different depending on where you are geographically. Um, so, firearm wise, what I'm going to say this like, what do I think you should have or idea that you should have? I mean, it's up to the individual person. But me, I would say at least two pistols. One could be a 22 caliber, another could be a 9mm, 45, 40. Something that has a little bit of knockdown power. Um, and at least 6 to 10 magazines for that, for your main pistol. And at least 4 maybe 4 magazines, 5 magazines for the 22 caliber pistol. 22. Rifles, shotguns. I mean, that's kind of your preference. I mean, I'm gonna say, me, I'd probably say I like the Ruger SR22 honestly, as the pistol for 22 caliber pistol. Never fired it. Looks like a decent firearm, decent firing pistol. Not fancy. USNE or not Such. Hickok 45. Those guys have great reviews on the SR22 pistol. Um, okay. They can tell you the ins and outs better. I think it's a Ruger product, so I'm a fan of it already. I can't go wrong with Ruger. They make great firearms. For the other pistol, I'd probably say like sniper a Glock 45 caliber, with that holds at least 10 to 15 rounds. In Canada, we can hold 10 rounds. But a situation like that, pin out, don't get 15 rounds. You're back to full air. For rifle, my main rifle, so I'm gonna say you're gonna have to carry at least minimum two different two rifles. Uh, so I'd say 22 For me, I probably just have a AR-15 and say a 308 mod or 223, one of those two, or with a good, nice scope on it, optic on it. A secondary one, maybe a bolt gun, maybe a Lee Enfield, so 303 British, or get a 308 bolt rifle. Um, so I have a continuity between the rifles for the ammo they use. Um, Also, I mean, you might decide you want to have a shotgun, a 12 gauge shotgun or some type of shotgun. So you have to consider that. But I also say a 22 rifle and 22 pistol are good choices to also carry on. You carry more weight, but at the same time, 22 ammo is cheaper. Um, you can get 1,000 rounds for around here for about 80, 60, 80 bucks. So it's not too bad. 9mm 45, you can pay a bit more money for them. And also, if you do reloads, if you do load your own ammo, you also can save quite a bit that way. You can have your own load. Everything about that round. Boom, you know it. So you have that in your back in your kit. And on me, I'd say, you know what? If you do buy ammo like that, I would say in the box, vacuum. If it's the cardboard boxes that you buy at the store, vacuum seal it. You want to keep your ammo dry. So vacuum seal it in vacuum bags, ideal. That's all your gear, ammo, all that you're not using. You can have magazines for your pistol, your rifles, ammo for your rifles. Okay, on you, on your vest as well. You can wear chest rig if you want, as well, depending on your geographical location. My dad. So find a system. Train with your system. Practice with your system. Okay? Learn different procedures. Different shooting or whatever. Learn how to manipulate your firearm. Learn its battery of arms. What happens if it jams? It fails to eject, or ejects and doesn't come all the way before the slide closes, and it's kind of fucked up, screwed up. How to clear that? How to clear your firearm? How to clean your firearm? Have a cleaning kit for them. Have cleaning kits for your firearms. Do a field cleaning kits. Optics, binoculars, stuff like that. Things you need. Small little field classes. Deal combats, clean combats, mirror combat. Have the pockets. One there, boom, boom. I'd say these are ammo pockets. Pistol ammo. I get something like that. Warm clothes. Socks. I personally say get dry wear socks. That's an important consideration. Wool socks. Your feet get wet. Your feet sweat. Socks get wet. If you get cold, you have a problem. More likely to blister. Dry wear socks keeps your honestly. I remember a few weeks ago, I was outside, middle of the night at work, and we had to go outside into the lot and check the thing. Let's go check the certain part on the vehicles. After production, they got a bad part got in, or they found a bad part. We had to go check all the parts, and I was wearing my work shoes. I didn't have a pair of winter boots that fit, so I went out with my work boots. All that. My feet stayed warm. Actually, my feet were actually quite warm the whole night. It was -15 at the time. My feet were perfect. I had no problems wearing these socks plus the work boots. So, a good pair of socks, good pair of boots are critical. I say dry wear. The dry wear. The medical socks, I'm not sure I have one packaging around anymore, but they're pretty good. Very good. Keep your feet dry. I recommend those. Those socks are amazing for survival situations. Keep your feet dry. Stay dry. Okay. Dress in layers, depending on the weather. You know what? I picked up this sweater jacket a couple weeks ago. and it's actually quite warm. I actually wear this my everyday jacket. Okay, if you wear glasses like I do, have a have a spare set made, or use your old pair and put those in your bucket bed, in case your main ones get damaged. Well, my main ones are damaged. My old ones are busted, so I'd get these ones. So I'm screwed that part right now. But you see, you always prepare medications, first aid kits. Like I always say, be prepared. Have what you need. If you need a specific medication, or if you're diabetic, you're in serious trouble. Honestly, you need at least, I'd say, a couple months worth of medication of your medication. If you control your diet, you're kind of better, but you still need that sugar. You still need your medication. I believe I'm not really 100% familiar with diabetics kind of treatments for it anymore. So depending if you have medical concerns, need medications or whatever, okay, have a supply of it and check it frequently for expiry. Aspirin, Tylenol, ibuprofen, stuff like that, Gravol, whatever. Have a supply of it. Have a good supply of it. For obvious minor sprains and minor sprains and bumps and stuff like that, it helps dull the pain so you continue on going. Headache, yeah. Uh, so, I mean, prepping is, I would say, another thing that we're going to. Now I'm going to switch off into the rest of the prepping. I talk about the you get the bug out type. If you're going to bug in, let's say you're going to bug into your, let's say you have a property, are you going to bug into that property? What type of supplies you can have there? I would say always have caches and also know your plant, know your roots, know where you're going, all that. So have caches of supplies scattered through wherever. Um, if you're gonna bug into a compound or secure area, um, stock it up with the stuff you need: ammo, make ability to make your ammunition, more ammunition. Um, have equipment. You have a lot of equipment there: firewood, all the supplies, cooking, boom, boom, and way to make supplies. Made it to additional supplies. Um, Methane for cooking, stuff like that. Have you? I'm gonna sound a little bit disgusting, but I'm gonna say this. You know what? Collect your shit, put it in a tank, use the methane to cook with. And if people say that, well, that's nuts. Admit, it sounds crazy, but you know what? Situation that might just be what keeps you going. Creating electricity, solar, wind, whatever. Have wind, perpetual, like wind turbine, windmill, hydroelectric. Have like if you have a river running through your compound, even better. You can run the turbine. Use the hydro, the water. There's the current of the river to create some electricity for you. Many ways to do it. Kind of creative ways. Come with your own ideas. Solar, everything. I mean, a good and secure. Me, I probably have a lot of the stuff. If I ever had a compound like that, I was able to before have the land built a compound, I'll wall it in. Have a shooting range for pistol and rifles. Have a long range, so it's big enough, 1,000 yard range or 500 yard range. Have that and kind of like the old stuff, secret tunnels and all that underneath everything, so you get back without shooting yourself. So people say, "Oh, that's cool." Boom. pop up. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Prepping. That's basically you have to have your own plan. Um, like you have a plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D. Have multiple plans. If this happens, what am I going to do? This happens, what am I going to do? If this happens, after this happens, what am I going to do? Have backup plan for a plan for a backup plan for a plan, backup plan for backup plan, so on and so on and so on. Okay, and be able to be adaptable to have to if you have to change your plan because something come up. It's like oh we can't cross it, we can't do this. Oh shit, what am I gonna do now? Oh, boom. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, plan this. If this happens, we can do this. We find this. So you always make a backup plan for a backup plan. Make backup plans for everything. Solutions for everything. Come with solutions for everything. So don't be a complete idiot and say, "Oh, we're pooch, we're screwed." Okay. Have if you're doing vehicle survival, have enough fuel to make it to your destination, or have fuel caches hidden along your route, along your potential routes, of your multiple routes. Have a few caches. As you go, as you go. Um, in a compound or buck-in situation, I'd say have at least 2 months supply, 2 weeks to 2 months, or however long you think you're gonna need. I'd say don't go too crazy, but have enough in case it's like Katrina or something like that. Have at least plan 6 months to a year of supplies. Be a good idea. I think it'd be a good idea. Or more. It's up to everybody. I don't have to tell you to have a year worth of food or years worth of water in your bugging compound in your home. I'm just saying what I'm saying is if you feel like you want to go to that extent just in case the government fucks up, doesn't do the job right, or takes forever getting you aid to your area, getting relief to your area, you're ready for it. If they take longer than 3 days, you're prepared for it. Always have extra of everything. Extra batteries, extra fuel, extra oil, extra everything you need. Propane tanks if you have a Coleman or whatever. Diesel, I'd say, you know what? Diesel fuel, compound, stockpile diesel fuel, if possible. Stockpile gasoline, fuel. Do what you feel you need, right? Tools. Every member of, to bug into, let's say, a compound, especially built compound, you're gonna need a team of people, group of people to help do everything. So, you build a team of people, let's say 10 to 25 or 30 people. Okay, have enough food supplies to last them for that time. Okay, that's what I'm saying. You need the supplies. Have enough supplies. Have extra to help people, other people out. Okay. Um, seeds in your compound. Have a greenhouse. Okay. So you can actually grow fruit, grow vegetables, grow food. Um, have a stockpile of stuff for the breads, stuff like that. Have enough material to do this, to do all this stuff. Be able to have fresh bread, whatever. Okay. You want to keep your. You don't want to have fire. Sometimes, some cases, you don't want to have certain things. People can smell it. You want to prevent certain odors in case it's a bad situation. Like shit really hits the fan, and it's without rule of law. Um, I know I'm trying. I'm going through this as I go, really right now, And there's a lot of shit that people don't realize that goes on. Boom. Prepare for it. Prepare for everything. Every eventuality that you can come up with for your local area, your geographical area. Prepare for those. Okay? Um, like my preparation is gonna be different. Let's say you're from, let's say, Nevada. You're from Reno or Vegas or a smaller city in Nevada, or what's that place in Arizona? Some couple places in Arizona, Laredo, Texas, or Laredo, Texas. Those places, you can have different preparation. You can have different requirements, different needs than I would have up here in Canada. Okay, so you got to think about that. Your needs will be different from mine. Okay, uh, so food, farm, those are going to be different. Your requirements are going to be different from mine. I'm more in a forested, plainy area, so a temperate area where I am. Excuse me. So I mean, everybody's plans are going to be different. Suits is going to be different. Nothing fancy is going to be different. USN Air Dock's going to be similar to mine, but different. For a similar climate, I believe. So, and environment. What do you call it? Yeah, yeah. Basically, we're similar regional. Our ecosystem for me, an ecosystem type of terrain that me and US and your doc are very similar in nature, but they're different. So our prep are going to be similar, but they're going to be individual to us, what we feel our main needs are. So I mean, I would say first aid kit's amazing. Priority. Always a great, good quality first aid kit. I recommend US and your docs with his first aid kits, everybody calls them now. But I say look into those. Might be a good investment for you. Yeah, food, water. You do what you have to do. You decide how much food and water you need. Minimum 3 days. So the experts say. I say my idea is why go just 3 days? Have more additional just in case age takes longer than it's supposed to, and does normally. Actually, I can't believe we survived my coffee. Even I'm running. I'm running out of things. I've run out of things to say, but on the topic, um, I say survival guide's a good idea to have. IMPs, break them down. Firearms, it's up to you. Really, what you do. Bugging, you can have reloading supplies in your bugging compound. Have it set if you want. You can have your bugging compound set to avoid floods. What happens, and have a backup in case that happens to be flooded. That area is flooded, you can't get to it for whatever reason. Stuff like that. Always have plans for backup plans for plans. Backup plans for backup plans. And a backup plan for your main plan, and so on, so on, so on. Always have backup plans. What else? Yeah, that's it. Check out Non Fantasy's channel for gear, Suits' channel for gear. Check out USNER Doc's channel for first aid stuff. It's a great channel to check into. And look up his videos for his first aid kits. And if you want one, order one from him. I'd say I'm not saying yeah, but just order from him. Get a first aid kit if you decide. Say I recommend get it from him because he has ER Doc. What do you expect? It's going to be primo. It's going to be perfect kit for your needs. I'm considering getting one after my first aid training. I'm considering getting one. So well, thank you for watching. I actually kept it under 40 minutes for this video. I was expecting about an hour long. So I'm gonna say talk to you guys later. Have a great day. Enjoy your week. It's a fabulous Monday afternoon in Ontario, Canada. And hope to see you guys all next video. So stay tuned for more interesting topics. I might talk about a few other things next video, but this one I actually kept on topic. Wow! Okay. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye.